This is HI. Hanifa, were you present in the last lecture?
No, I tried to find the video, but I couldn't find it.
If you cannot find something, please message me, okay? Yeah, I think it is there. Let me share the link. Do you have the playlist or you don't have the playlist?
No,
Yes, Hanif, you don't have the playlist? Wait a second. Your batch is MED. Okay, are you there in the group? Like the chemistry group?
Yeah, I'm there.
You're there, no? So you must have received a timetable like in next class,
Yeah,
no, not
yeah, I
next
saw.
week. Okay, saw that thing. Your school has started now?
No, not yet. It will
Then
from
when
Monday.
from Monday? Okay.
Yeah.
How many chapters are done in your school?
We left with alcohols and phenols.
Okay, it was
We
not
will
completed that
continue
time.
alcohol. No,
Okay.
we just did till phenols, and I think we start ethers.
Okay, so ethers will be finished soon. Any idea like when they conduct midterm examinations?
In October.
In October.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think I can expect 2 more chapters, right? They will be done
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
That's the pace schools go with generally. Okay. So can you do these questions or no?
And
You're trying. Okay.
yes.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum, Bifat. What happened? Why are you late? Yes, Rifat, am I audible? No. Okay, she's got disconnected. Hello, Rifat. Assalamu alaikum. Am I audible?
Alaikum salam. Yes.
Please try these questions. No, and why are you late? Please don't try to be late, है ना? जल्दी आने की कोशिश कीजिए.
Yes, sir. Sorry, I was out.
Okay. Plan your days that way, na? I don't know why. Like, if something is scheduled already, you know it is there. Like, traffic होता है क्या वहाँ पे भी? हाँ, Rifat.
Yes, sir. Actually, we were late.
Okay. Hanifa, any luck? Like, did you get the answers? Any idea? कैसे करना नहीं
Not
करना?
the last one. And not the first.
Okay, fine. What happened, guys? Send me whatever you have done, Hanifa and Rifat. Please send me whatever you have done. Okay, Hanifa, seeing yours first. I think this is fine. The one that you have sent, C part, that is fine. I've not received the A and B, by the way. Yeah, very good, Hanifa. Correct, very good. First one you have, okay, fine. So I think you're struggling with the name here. Hanifa and Rifat, for the first one, tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so first of all, whenever you have to go from name to structure, you have to start with the main chain. So what is the main chain? What is the parent chain here? Tell me. See, I hope you can see that this is what? What is this? This part. This part is what? Tell me. You can divide these like this. Yeah. That is the substituent. Then this parent, right? So SPUF is the thing that you have to remember. So substituent, parent, unsaturation, functional group, right? So parent is propane. So you'll write propane. So 1, 2, 3 carbon atoms, right? Propane. And since it does not have any unsaturation functional group, we can directly go and start talking about the substituent. So what is the substituent here? Tell me. It is propoxy, right? Propoxy, right? That means we have an oxygen atom. And after that, we have 3 carbon atoms. So after oxygen, we'll have, see, 1 carbon atom here. Wait a second. Sorry, I have put this in the second. So we'll have bond with oxygen and then 3 carbon atoms. So these are this is propoxy and this is your propane. Correct?
Yes.
Okay, now when you are going to react this with HI, this was the easiest one in terms of reaction because both of these here also we have 3 carbons, here also we have 3 carbons. There is particularly no difference. So we can make 1, 2, 3 carbon and OH plus 1, 2, 3 carbons and iodine. The other 2 reactions are also very good. I'm really glad that you got it right. So we have methoxy benzene. So you have a benzene ring which is connected to OCS3. Now in this case, we are going to get a phenol because the CO bond of benzene ring, this bond is partial double bond, so it will not break. So you'll have this oxygen intact with hydrogen, and I will get CS3I. But when I go to benzyl ethyl ether, I also very glad that you remember what is benzyl. So benzyl is a benzene ring with CH2, and then we have O. There's ethyl group, right? So we'll have O and C2H5 I can write. Ethyl can be also written as C2H5, okay? Because if you see here, it is CH2, CH3. So there are 2 carbon atoms and there are 2 and 3 hydrogen. That means we have 5 hydrogen. So C2H5 can be, ethyl can be shortened as C2H5. This is CH2O. And here this bond can be very easily broken because this will get a positive charge and this positive charge will be delocalized. And that is I will be getting, wherever we get the positive charge, that will get the iodine. That carbon is going to get the iodine, CH2I plus C2H5 and OH. This is ethanol. I hope you have done this only, right? C2H5O, and same thing is done by Hanifa also. Benzyl iodide, yeah, correct. So you can also write this as iodobenzene. Okay, fine. Okay. Now let us move on to the next part that I told that we will be doing today. That is the electrophilic aromatic substitution. Please write the topic. Electrophilic aromatic substitution of ethers. Now, in ethers, if you see, we have the alkoxy group, and the alkoxy group, it has lone pair electron in the key atom. Key atom is the atom which is directly connected to the benzene ring. And if it is directly connected to the benzene ring and it also has lone pair electrons, that means it is going to be what? It is going to be orthoparadirecting, activating and orthoparadirecting. So please write the first point. Alkoxy group is an activating group. Which increases electron density. You have not done this now?
Awesome.
Increases electron density at ortho. Whenever something increases the electron density, that is activating group. Now it is increasing the electron density at ortho and para position. That is why it is going to be what? That is why it is going to be ortho para directing. Ortho and para position. Hence, it is ortho para directing. So here you will have a double bond, here you will have a double bond, here you will have a double bond, and then here you'll have O, and then CH3, or you can write R, alkoxy in general, a lone pair here, a lone pair here. This lone pair will form a double bond. This double bond will form a negative charge due to resonance. And you will be getting here negative charge. Here you will be get a double bond and oxygen with R with a positive charge on oxygen because it has lost a pair of electron and it is formed bond. Here we will have this double bond intact. Now this negative charge will move like this, and this double bond will form a negative charge from electron source to electron sink, followed by another resonating structure that will have a double bond here and will have a double bond here. Double bond with oxygen and R with a positive charge intact. Nothing is happening here till now. And there is a negative charge here. And you can furthermore make some more resonating structures. I guess 2 more resonating structure, but at the end, the conclusion will be the resonance hybrid structure, which is going to look something like this. So this bond will be a partial double bond. All of these bond will be partial double bond. You will get a delta negative charge on this ortho position, delta negative charge on this para position, and delta negative charge on this ortho position once again. So that is why this is what? Ortho para directing. That means whatever electrophile is going to attack on ether, it is going to be your at ortho position and the para position. Please write this. We will look at the reactions, and then after that we will go and also do some tests. Then we will do some questions. अच्छे से तैयारी कर लीजिए. देखिए, you're done with solutions, right? Secondly, you're done with haloalkane and haloarene. Thirdly, you will be done with alcohol after the test, right? Now, next week, like next week is your alcohol test. Then you will have a test that will be on next Saturday is what? 17th, right? On 17th, you will have a test that will be on aldehyde, right? Whatever topic it is going on. After aldehyde, on 24th, you will again have a test that will be on all of these 3 chapters that we have done already. Okay. So all of these 3 chapters will come: solution, haloalkane, and alcohol. Then after that, alternatively, what we will be doing, 1 week we will be doing test on the chapter which is going on, and the next week we will be doing the chapters which are done. So 1 week doing chapters we are doing right now and the chapters which are done. Then again the chapter which we are doing right now, and then the chapter that is done. Okay, and this is the pattern that will go on until unless we have completed the whole syllabus, and then the major tests will start, in which we'll be doing once again some chapter wise questions, but those will be longer tests, not of half an hour. All of your tests till now, it will be of half an hour also. Also, you may ask a reason, sir, why half an hour and only you have 2 marks question or 1 mark question? If you see the like CBSE exam paper, na, most of the questions, they are 1 mark question. All of them are 1 mark. बस ये रहता है कि they are asking, like in 2 mark question, what like in 2 mark question, you will have a question and then part A and part B. So essentially it is 1 mark question only, right? Essentially it is 1 mark question. So you'll not see like 1 mark question is most prominent. Then you will have 2 mark questions. Again, in 2 mark questions, you will be getting 2 parts you have to do. And then there are like 3 mark question. In 3 mark question also, you will see always that there are 3 parts in that question. So essentially that is also what 1 mark question. Then comes the 5 mark questions. Okay, so in organic chemistry, some 5 mark questions are, it is something like that. There is A, and then there is some reagent given. You have B, then there is some reagent given. There is C, then some reagent is given. That is D. But all of these things, they will come in the chapter aldehyde and ketones, because at that time you'll be done with enough of the reagents, so you can go from A, B, C, D and till E maybe. Okay, so all of these A, B, C, D, E, they are 1 mark. So again, you can say here we have to write 5 things. So again, it is 1 mark question. If you know this reaction, you have got 1 marks. If you know this reaction, you have got 1 marks. If you know this reaction, you have got 1 marks. If you know this reaction, just 1 mark. So all of your question paper, even if they are saying that there are 2 marks question, there are 3 marks question, there are 5 mark question, and there are 1 mark question, but essentially all of them are 1 mark question only. Okay, so you treat everything like that, that everything is going to be 1 mark question. Tell you. Now let us move on to the first one, halogenation. Right, number 1. Halogenation. Now in halogenation, what is going to happen? I'm just taking anisole right now, but this CS3 can be anything. It can be R, it can be C2H5OH. Sorry, it can be C2H5 also. It can be the propoxy group also. But I have all of the reactions that I'm going to do is generally with anisole. This is anisole. If it reacts with Br2, and we have here CS3COH as a solvent, there is not any particular use of the solvent. You don't have to know what is the use actually. You have CS3 and you will get the 2 products, the Br here and the Br in the para position. Obviously, this is going to be major because we know that when the Br is going to attack in this position, there is some hindrance. So obviously it will not attack in this position, rather it will be going towards the para position. You will see there is no hindrance here. Okay, so this is your ortho bromoanisole, ortho bromo anisole. This is para bromo anisole. Right, next reaction, that is Friedel-Crafts alkylation. Now in Friedel-Crafts alkylation, you will be having same anisole. If you remember the alkylating reagent that we have used in haloalkane also, it is going to be CS3Cl. Now this CS3 can also be RCl in general. Okay, so always refer back to the haloalkane haloarine chapter, because in that we have started an electrophilic aromatic substitution reaction, and that is in much detail and much generalized. Okay, right now we are taking reagents and specific substrate, anisole, and then we have chloromethane, but there we have done some generalization. So always refer to that whenever you're going to learn about the electrophilic aromatic substitution. Now here we need some halogen carrier, and we use anhydrous AlCl3, as you may remember from the older chapters. And this is also going to give you ortho and para substituted product. So you are going to have CS3 here and a CS3. That means an alkyl group is going to be attached. If there is R here, then the R will be attaching here. Furthermore, you will have OCS3, and then in the para position you will have CS3. Right. So now this can be named 2 things. You can also name this as 2-methoxy toluene, or you can name this as 2-methyl anisole. Okay, You can name this as again 4-methoxytoluene, or you can name this as 4-methyl anisole. Both of them are plausible, both of them are correct. Okay, you don't have to say that which one is correct, which one is not. Both are possible. But generally, the chemists, they are more used to, and toluene is more readily available. So generally, we use this name, 2-methoxytoluene, but there is no problem in 2-methyl anisole. It is correct. Okay, both are equally correct. It is just that this is used more. Okay, toluene is more comfortable for the chemists to use. After Friedel-Crafts alkylation, the third will be Friedel-Crafts acylation. So right here, third. Acylation. Now in acylation, we are going to use a acylating reagent. We'll have the same substrate, that is anisole OCS3. Plus I will be using R, which we are going specific because it is CS3. C double bond O. There can be X, but we are using specifically Cl. Again, we would need a halogen carrier, that is anhydrous AlCl3, and we will get an acyl group here. This is going to be OCS3. No problem there. Here we are going to have carbon with a double bond O, and then carbon with a double bond O, and then CS3 plus we're going to get OCS3. In the para position, we are going to have C double bond O, CS3. Okay. Now here we have a specific name that you have to remember. Since you can see there is a carbonyl carbon double bond O, a ketonic group. So whatever I'm drawing in blue, so this whole region, this is going to be known as acetophenol. The priority will be towards the carbonyl carbon rather than the ether carbon. So this will be named as, last you will have acetophenol, and the second position. So this is your first position. This is your second position. And the second position, you have a methoxy group. So you have to remember this name as 2-methoxy. And the blue part is acetophenol. Okay. I've written actophenol, my bad, acetophenol. Okay. Similarly, I can say that I hope you can name this as 4-methoxy acetophenol. Right. I hope you will write the name yourself. This part is acetophenol. And this is the substituent here. Okay. So this is first carbon atom, second carbon atom, third carbon atom, and fourth carbon atom. I hope you understand that we are not doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because of the lowest locant rule. You have to give the less number possible, the least number possible. Write this down. The last one will be nitration. Right, the fourth reaction. Now in nitration, we are going to use the same old anisole, OCS3, plus we are going to use HNO3 in the presence of concentrated H2SO4. And here we are going to get two products. OCS3 with a para NO2 and OCS3 with a, sorry, this is ortho NO2 and a para NO2. So this will be again 2-nitro anisole or ortho nitro anisole, 2-nitro anisole. This will be 4-nitro anisole. Okay. Then the last, there's one question, but which has never been asked, and it has also not been discussed in NCERT. That is why I think it has not been asked, that the ethers, they do not undergo sulfonation. We'll write why. So please write a note here. Anisole does not undergo sulfonation. Because in the presence of sulfuric acid, that is H2SO4, the ethereal oxygen means the oxygen which is present here, this one, ether oxygen, right? So this is the oxygen which is making this ether. That is why it is known as ethereal oxygen. Ethereal oxygen gets protonated. And the benzene ring gets deactivated. If you see here, what is going to happen? This is my benzene ring, which has oxygen. This is the ethereal oxygen. And we have here CS3. There's lone pair here, there's lone pair here. And we are going to react this with concentrated H2SO4. And when we react this with concentrated H2SO4, obviously there will be H plus ion. This H plus ion will be interacting with the oxygen lone pair electron. And we will be getting this species rather. Oxygen with a CS3 and then a hydrogen atom here. And this oxygen will get a positive charge. Now an electronegative element having a positive charge, it becomes very much electron pulling. Okay, so oxygen will pull electrons from the benzene ring like anything. And if you have pulled the electrons from the benzene ring, then what does it mean? It means that even if you have some, let us say, electrophile, E positive here, then benzene ring is right now not in a situation to give electrons towards the electrophile because it does not have electron. It is not electron rich anymore because oxygen atom, it is pulling the electron, it has positive charge. So obviously you cannot imagine a positive charge in the benzene ring, and again the benzene ring is attacking and it wants another positively charged electrophile. So this reaction will not happen. Okay, this reaction does not happen. So this part you can say that this does not give no reaction. You write no reaction. And obviously this is going to be an equilibrium. It is not going to be that this product will be formed and nothing will happen. This and to and fro type of reaction will keep happening. So the ether gets protonated, deprotonated, protonated, deprotonated. That means nothing is happening actually. They're not going to get any other product here. So with this, actually, your the whole thing is done. But there are some chemical tests which are very important because at least in the last papers, I can say approximately if I talk about the chemical reactions that they have asked and the chemical tests that they have asked, 40% of the question they have in this chapter. If I just talk about the reactions, they are dealing with the chemical test. Okay, so here chemical test is very important in this chapter and also in the next chapter, that is aldehyde, ketone and carboxylic acid. If you're done with this, then we can do one question maybe, and then we can further on move to the tests. And for that, let me give you one question. For example, if we have this, then I hope you can easily see that this is a nitration reaction. Okay, and since see here you will also say the concentrated H2SO4 is there, but why it is giving any reaction? It is because we have the HNO3 to counterpart it, right? We have HNO3 which is acting as a base, not the ethereal oxygen atom. So there is two bases here. You can say there is some ether here, which kind of can act as a base, and there is in the presence of H2SO4, HNO3 will act as a base because it is a weaker acid. So we have two bases here. So HNO3 gets and it take up the proton, and then it can attack on the benzene ring. So here I hope you can see the product will be two products actually. You will have OC2H5 as it is, And then in the ortho position, you will have the nitro group, plus you will have OC2H5 as it is, and then the para position you will have NO2. I hope you can see this is the para position, this is the ortho position. You don't have any confusion in that at least. Okay, so this will be your ortho nitro. Now this is not anisole anymore. Okay, not anisole anymore. If you see this, this is ethoxybenzene. So this will be 2 nitro 1 ethoxybenzene. I think you can give 1 because it is going to, now the numbering here it will be according to the alphabetical order because nitro and ethoxy both of them are in the same level. So here this group starts with nitro, which is N. Here this starts with ethoxy, which is E. That is why this will be 1 and this will be 2. And I will also write the name from 1 ethoxy, 2 nitro benzene. But I think things change when you have a CS3 group here, OCS3, because it is now anisole. Now anisole can be used as a base name for the benzene and the substituted benzene, and nitro will be used as 2 nitro anisole. Okay, things change there. Okay, if you're done with this, then we can move on to the chemical tests. So we will write this topic of chemical tests, okay? And also mark it important because whenever you're going for examination, you have to see this type, this topic here, chemical tests. Now, chemical tests in general also, it is also very important because if you see the field of medicine, it is completely dependent on test, right? Or like, what is the first thing that a doctor do? If he or she either diagnoses it, like he will ask to like open your mouth or so your tongue, or he will check up the heartbeat and etc. Or like he will write up a few tests, right? And you may hear like your parents or some relative, they're talking like test में ही इतना पैसा खर्चा हो गया है ना, the doctor तो क्या देखेगा, डॉक्टर के देखने से पहले ही इतना खर्चा हो गया. So in general also chemical, all of whatever they do tests now, all of them are chemical tests, right? They are either checking your glucose level, they are either checking some special type of hormones. All of them, they will have some, all of these are organic, right? They will have some group for which it will give a positive test and then they can measure how much it is. So right now what we are doing is just qualitative analysis, we can say qualitative. That means we are checking which group is present and which group is not present. Then there is another thing which is known as quantitative analysis, in which we do titrations mainly. In your standard, you have done titrations, I guess, right? Hanifa and Refer?
Yes, sir.
Titrations you have done. No? So in that you determine the concentration and all. So what is the sugar level? What is the what is the glucose or sugar level? What is the level of thyroid? What is the level of uric acid? All of these are now quantitative test. Okay, all of these will be quantitative test. But for the test of, let us say, COVID, it will be present or not present. So that is not going to be a that will not be a quantitative, it will be rather qualitative, like whether it is yes or no type of thing. Okay, let us go on to our first test. I think you must remember this Lucas reagent. This Lucas reagent, what is this Lucas reagent? It's anhydrous 7Cl2 plus HCl, right? And what does it do? I hope you have written everything about Lucas reagents. I will not be repeating this. We have done this in halogen also. So you'll write here distinguish between (1 degree, 2 degree, and 3 degree alcohols. Okay, so if you have 1 degree, if you have to test between 1 degree, 2 degree, and 3 degree, so you have been given some. Let us say you have been given some question. You draw the structure of those products. You are drawing the structure of those molecules that they have given. And if you see that one of them is 1 degree and the other one of them is 2 degree alcohol, then the test that we are going to do is Lucas reagent test. And I hope you remember, like 1 degree is slow, 2 degree is a bit faster, and 3 degree, it is very fast. It gives immediately some turbidity. write the second one, which is Victor Mayer's test. And again, this is not very useful in your case because the Lucas reagent is doing the same thing, but please write it, Victor Mayer's test. Okay. Now you can say that this is a confirmatory test. We in the Victor Mayer test, we start with, again, it distinguishes between the same thing, 1 degree, 2 degree, and 3 degree alcohols. So let us write that first, maybe. Okay, it distinguishes between 1 degree, 2 degree, and 3 degree alcohols. Okay. Now, how does it start? So in Lucas reagent, we start with anhydrous ZnCl2 and HCl. And in this Victor Mayer test, we are starting with phosphorus and iodine. So if you remember, we are having phosphorus and iodine. We have done this reaction with alcohol in the phosphorus, like phosphorus halides, I think that was the topic, or maybe phosphorus reagent. And if I do this reaction with, let us say, RCH2OH. If I have RCH2OH, that means this carbon atom is connected to one alkyl group, which is what, 1 degree carbon. So if I do this 1 degree carbon and we have I2 here, that means it is going to convert it into, it's going to get converted into R. The CH2 will be as it is, and this OH will be replaced by iodine, right? It will be replaced by iodine. If you're doing the same thing with R, we have R2, that means it is this carbon, it is connected with 2 carbon atoms, and we have CH, and then we have OH. Now everything will be same. There will be having R2 and CH, and then we will be having iodine here. And for the 3 degree, there will be no hydrogen, and there will be 3 alkyl groups connected to that alpha carbon, R3 carbon, and then OH. This will again have R3 carbon, and then this will be having iodine, right? So this is the first thing. After that, we are going to do a reaction with AgNO2. Now this AgNO2 reaction has also been done in the haloalkane halorine chapter. What happens if we react a haloalkane or halorine with silver nitrate? So we have AgNO2, and all of you must know, because here we have Ag, this carbon will be getting connected to NO2. So we'll have RNO2, sorry, RCH2 and NO2. And we are going to actually do the same reactions here. So I'm just copy and pasting them. Same thing is going to go here, up in here. And in the second case, nothing will change. R2 will be R2, the CH will be CH, and the iodine will be converted to NO2, nitro group. Here also you'll have R3 carbon and NO2. Now, after this, we are going to react this with ONO. ONO is nitrous acid. ONO is nitrous acid, and you may remember that ONO is prepared using NaNO2 and HCl. Also remember the Sandler's reaction. Whenever you see this reagent, NaNO2 plus HCl, 0 to 5 degrees Celsius, this is going to lead to nitrous acid. So we'll do the same reaction here. Here and here. Okay. Now, the first one, it is going to convert into blood red. When made alkaline. Okay, so if I add alkali in this solution also, then blood red with alkali. You add any base after the formation of whatever product you have, then you will be getting what? Blood red with alkali. The second one is going to get a blue color. With alkali. And this tertiary nitro group, it is not going to give any color. It is going to be colorless. It is going to be colorless. Now you can say that, fine, Lucas reagent is good, but sometimes it will be very difficult to say that whether this thing happened immediately or it took some 1 or 2 minutes. Let us say it is not getting converted immediately. है ना? जैसे आपने डाला Lucas reagent, that is not getting converted immediately into turbidity. It is taking, let us say, 2 minutes. Then what should we do? Whether we should consider it to be a 2 degree or if we should consider it to be 1 degree. Now, in that cases, for confirmation, we use Victor Mayer's test. but Victor Mayer test will be there in your lab. सवालों में जो भी आएगा आप as a Lucas reagent के हिसाब से लिखिएगा, because blood red, blue and colorless, these are very distinct things. So after that we are going to have one more test, which is iodoform test. Can I move on? Yes or no? Please tell me. I think so. Right, for the third one. This is an interesting one, by the way. Please write. All alcohols containing CH3 and then this carbon atom connected to hydroxy group, OH group. So whenever you have the hydroxy group in the second position, or you can say the second last position, okay, this CH3 CHOH, if you see this fragment connected to anything CH3 CHOH group linked to carbon or hydrogen. So here you can have one more hydrogen also. Okay, so you don't need to worry. Two hydrogens. Okay, hydrogen, carbon and hydrogen can be distinguished from other alcohols by iodoform test. Okay, so you'll have here CH3. So you have here CH2. Okay, so you have carbon, it is connected to hydrogen, as you can see. ये fragment हम आपको सही से दिखा दे रहे हैं, ये further attached to hydrogen and this carbon has OH. But सारा आपको ऐसे लिख के नहीं दिखाएगा ना कोई, it will be like this, है ना? So this is what you have to see. It is the second last carbon atom containing the hydroxy group. है ना? This is the second last. कैसे दिखा है ना? 1, 2, second last. Always you'll see that it is second last. Plus what we have to do, I2 in the presence of NaOH. If you see this reaction, I think you should remember this from the Halogen chapter. We have done one conversion. We get CHI3, which is iodoform, plus HCOONA, plus sodium iodide and water. And this is going to be a yellow color PPT. This is yellow PPT. Okay. And the main product that you have to remember is the iodoform, nothing else. So you'll get what? CHI3. Similarly, this is what? Ethanol. And if you see methanol here, so it will be CH3 and OH. Now this hydroxy group is connected to which carbon atom? It is connected to the first carbon atom. So if I add here I2 in the presence of NaOH, this is going to give you no reaction. Right here, no reaction. Similarly, if I have 1, 2, 3 carbon atoms and then a OH, now again, this is also not connected to what? This OH is not connected to the second last one, so it is also going to give you no reaction. But if you see that there is something like this, for example, now this OH is connected to the second last carbon atom, and if I react this with I2, it is going to give me what? Yellow PPT as a form of iodoform, NaOH. It's going to give you CHI3. Okay, so we'll do some questions here. Write this down. Let me know when you're done. Okay, this is going to give you no reaction.
Answer.
Done. So for example, you have to tell me which one of them will is going to give you Iodo form test. This is A and this is going to be B. Okay. So ये पहला सवाल है. So for first question, what is your answer? You will write in chat. You just answer it like this. For example, I think you can see for the first one, your answer should be in the chat as, for the first one, it is A. It is going to give me Iodo form test. Okay, Hanifa, very good, correct.
Sir,
Rifat, tell me.
I understand what we have to do.
You have to tell me which of them is going to give you Iodo form test. Like in the first question, A or B. Hanifa, right, very good. नहीं, रिफत फिर से देखिए, सही से देखिए, हड़बड़ाइए मत रिफत प्लीज. OH ग्रुप कहाँ लगाना चाहिए रिफत, टेल मी, कौन से कार्बन में? हाइड्रोक्सी ग्रुप कौन से कार्बन में लगना चाहिए रिफत? Rifat, are you there? What happened? You go completely silent sometime. No, what happened?
Yes, sir.
What did I ask?
Sir, I'm confused.
What did I ask? उसमें भी कंफ्यूजन नहीं होना चाहिए ना. हमने क्या पूछा आपसे, वो बताइए आप.
Which group we have to?
नहीं नहीं नहीं. अच्छा, आवाज मेरी कट कट के आ रही है क्या आपके पास?
Yes, sir.
ओके फाइन. तो आपकी आवाज कट कट के आ रही है तो कैसे समझ में आएगा? हमने पूछा आपसे आयोडो फॉर्म टेस्ट के लिए OH ग्रुप कौन से कार्बन पे लगा रहना चाहिए?
Okay. C.
हाँ, हमने ये 3-4 बार मर्तबा कहा है, शायद आपको आवाज नहीं पहुंची। इट शुड, देखिए, इट शुड बी इन द सेकंड लास्ट कार्बन एटम, है ना? आपको नजर आ रही है? देखिए, आपके पास यहाँ पे बला 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 कुछ भी रहेगा, है ना, इधर कुछ भी रहेगा। तो ये जो हाइड्रोक्सी ग्रुप है, ये सेकंड लास्ट बोल सकते हैं।
Yes, sir.
आवाज आज नहीं आ रही है? क्या कहा हमने? कहाँ रहता है? दिस हाइड्रोक्सी
Second
ग्रुप शुड
last.
बी सेकंड लास्ट कार्बन एटम। ठीक है ना? आपको दिख रहा है ना अब?
Yes.
चलिए अब बताइए, फॉर द फर्स्ट वन कौन सा होगा? सेकंड लास्ट कार्बन एटम में है या नहीं? यानी कि उसके आप एक साइड राइट जाइए या लेफ्ट जाइए, तो आपको वहां पे एंड ऑफ टर्मिनल दिखना चाहिए, एंड ऑफ कार्बन एटम्स। तो सी दिस, हियर वी हैव द OH ग्रुप, एंड उसके साथ राइट लेफ्ट साइड हम जा रहे हैं तो कार्बन एटम्स खत्म हो जा रहे हैं, राइट? सो दिस इज गोइंग टू बी योर, यहाँ पे आपके पास कौन सा होगा? दिस इज गोइंग टू बी गिविंग योर टेस्ट। सेकंड में आप देखिए, ये सेकंड लास्ट
Okay.
कार्बन है? समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, अब कीजिए, जल्दी जल्दी आंसर कीजिए, बताइए सेकंड में कौन सा होगा, ए या बी?
A.
वेरी गुड। तीसरे में कौन सा होगा, ए या बी?
So B.
वेरी गुड। चौथे में कौन सा होगा, ए या बी?
B.
वेरी गुड। ठीक है, ठीक है। तो ट्राई कीजिए हमेशा ना, थोड़ा सा लाइक, आप जब तक पेन नहीं चलाइएगा, थोड़ा सोचने की कोशिश कीजिए वहां से, ठीक है ना? स्ट्रक्चर
Yes, sir.
बनाने के बाद OH एटम को सर्किल कीजिए, कहाँ पे है नहीं है, तो थोड़ा उससे दिमाग लगेगा। सिर्फ सुनने से उतना नहीं होगा ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री, ठीक है? आपको पेन चलाना पड़ेगा। नेक्स्ट इज फोर्थ वन, राइट? फिनॉल्स वर्सेस अल्कोहल। When you have this type of, now I'm not writing a particular test, whenever you have been given phenols and alcohols, then how are you going to classify them? How are you going to distinguish them? The first test is very easy, that is a litmus test. Tell me which is a better acid, phenol or alcohol? कौन अच्छा acid होता है? Which is a better acid?
Phenol.
Phenol, very good. That means phenol will turn blue litmus red, right? Phenol turns blue litmus red. And alcohols, they are even weaker than water, because water is a better acid than alcohol, and its pH, it lies somewhere around water only. So you'll write next thing, that is alcohol does not have any effect on, alcohol doesn't have any effect on litmus solution. Okay, then you will write the B part. The second test that you can do is the bromine water test. Bromine water. Okay, so if you have phenol plus bromine water, that is Br2 aqueous, gives white PPT. ठीक है? And bromine water is brownish red type of color. We have here phenol plus Br2 aqueous. Aqueous means water. तो हमारे पास क्या प्रोडक्ट बनेगा, आप बताइए? What will be the product? Br कितने कार्बन में लगेगा? एक, ये आपका मोनो होगा या फिर यहाँ पे ट्राई ब्रोमिनेशन, 3 ब्रोमो ग्रुप लगेंगे, ये बताइए आप। एक ब्रोमीन ग्रुप लगेगा या 3 ब्रोमीन ग्रुप लगेंगे? वाटर है तो
3.
नहीं, आवाज आई, 3 लगेंगे। वेरी गुड। हाँ, तो देखिए सारे रिएक्शंस आपको याद रखने चाहिए। अच्छा याद, ठीक है। चलिए, Br and Br. Next, what is going to happen if I react bromine water with alcohol? It does not react. So alcohol does not react with Br2 aqueous. Alcohol does not react Pr2 aqueous। ठीक है, तो ये हो गया आपके पास सवाल। अब सवाल मतलब ये तो आपके पास ये होगा, टेस्ट हो गए, ब्रोमीन वाटर का स्प्लिन सही कर लीजिएगा। अब हम लोग देखेंगे सवाल। चले, write a question. Give a chemical test to distinguish between A, 2-pentanol and 3-pentanol. You'll always make the structures, okay? बिना structure के आपको नहीं पता चलेगा। Next लिखिए 2-propanol and 2-methyl-2-propanol. See, you will write 1-propanol and 2-propanol. And then you're going to write in D, ethanol and phenol. If you want to write the dates. This was asked in 2008. This question was asked in 2008 and also in 2009, I think, consecutive repeats. 2-propanol and 2-methylpropanol. This was both recent in 2012. And then in, I think this was in 2013 or something.
Sir, how
बताइए।
can you show how to do the first one?
First one, ठीक है। Pentane all. So you can identify what is the parent carbon chain. Tell me. What is the parent carbon chain? सही से बोलिए आप। What is the parent carbon chain?
So the parent is one.
Sorry?
Pent.
Pent, हाँ ठीक है। 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So and the OL is on which carbon atom? Tell me, what do you think? It is not as per the IUPAC says it should be always, लेकिन फिर भी आपको गेस मारिए क्या कहाँ लग रहा है, कहाँ पे होना चाहिए ऑक्सीजन एट द हाइड्रोक्सी ग्रुप OH कहाँ पे होना चाहिए?
सेकेंड।
वेरी गुड, ठीक है। और इसमें कहाँ पे होना चाहिए?
थर्ड।
क्या डिफरेंस है दोनों में? ये कितना डिग्री है? हाइड्रोक्सी ग्रुप के कार्बन को देखिए, उसके अगल बगल कितने कार्बन लगे हुए हैं? ये कौन सा डिग्री है? 1 डिग्री, 2 डिग्री, 3 डिग्री? देखिए हम वही बोलते हैं, थोड़ा सही से बोला कीजिए, आप बहुत धीमे बोलती है, बहुत कम टाइम। अच्छे से बोलिए। सॉरी, झटके में क्यों बोलती हैं आप? हाँ, सही सही बोलिए।
सर 1 डिग्री।
1 डिग्री। ये OH एटम कितने कार्बन से जुड़ा हुआ है? ये कार्बन जो एटम है रेड वाला कितने कार्बन से जुड़ा हुआ है? 1 कार्बन, 2 कार्बन, 3 कार्बन, कितने से जुड़ा हुआ है?
2 2
2 कार्बन ना। कितना डिग्री हो गया फिर?
2 डिग्री।
वेरी गुड, 2 डिग्री। और ये देख के
Two.
गिन के बताइए। वेरी गुड, 2 डिग्री। तो क्या लुकास रिएजेंट कर सकते हैं यहाँ पे? लुकास रिएजेंट कोई फायदा देगा यहाँ? दोनों दे देंगे ना लुकास टेस्ट, तो दोनों
Yes.
लुकास टेस्ट दे देंगे, है ना। तो दोनों में फर्क कैसे होगा? फर्क चाहिए ना हमें। कुछ ऐसा रिएक्शन बताइए जो ये दे ये ना दे, या फिर दोनों का जो रिजल्ट होना चाहिए अलग होना चाहिए। तो लुकास रिएजेंट और विक्टर मेयर टेस्ट तो नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि वो डिस्टिंग्विश करता है
Iodoform.
1 डिग्री। आयोडोफॉर्म, वेरी गुड। एंड विच विल गिव आयोडोफॉर्म टेस्ट? 2 पेंटेनॉल विल गिव और 3 पेंटेनॉल, कौन सा देगा आयोडोफॉर्म टेस्ट?
Sir, 2 pentanol.
2 पेंटेनॉल विल गिव, राइट। समझ में आ गया कैसे करना है?
Yes.
ठीक है।
Sir, so Lucas reagent and Victor Mears test always.
सॉरी,
If they were good, if we had to choose between Lucas reagent and Victor Mears reagent test.
दोनों सेम चीज ही करते हैं, है ना। विक्टर
Yes.
मेयर टेस्ट और लुकास रिएजेंट दोनों सेम चीज करते हैं। आप हमेशा लुकास रिएजेंट ही लिख के आइएगा जब भी आपको विक्टर, जब भी आपको दिया जाए ना। जैसे आप सवाल कीजिएगा जब, है ना, जब आपको दिखे कि एक कार्बन एटम 1 डिग्री है, दूसरा कार्बन एटम 2 डिग्री है, यानी कि ये दोनों कुछ अलग तरीके से रिएक्ट करेंगे। इफ आई गिव देम लुकास रिएजेंट, नाउ इन दैट केस यू आर गोइंग टू ऑलवेज राइट लुकास रिएजेंट। विक्टर मेयर टेस्ट बारे में मत लिखिएगा आप, ठीक है। विक्टर मेयर टेस्ट इट इज मोर टुवर्ड्स प्रैक्टिकल सेंस। प्रैक्टिकल के टाइम में अगर आपसे पूछ लिया जाए ना, जब देखिए जब वाइवा लेते हैं टीचर्स ना, तो उस टाइम टीचर्स कुछ भी पूछते हैं। टीचर अब वही हम बोल रहे हैं, जैसे हम ही से एक बार ये पूछा गया था, लाइक इन माय 12th एग्जामिनेशन, कि हाउ आर यू गोइंग टू डिस्टिंग्विश बिटवीन 1 डिग्री एंड 2 डिग्री? सो आई सेड दैट लुकास रिएजेंट विल बी यूजिंग लुकास रिएजेंट। Then a teacher said that okay fine, so what happens if we have 1 degree, what happens if we have 2 degree, what happens if we have 3 degree? Then I said that if we have 1 degree I have to give heat, if it is 2 degree then I have to give it time, that means you have to wait for a few minutes. If it is 3 degree then we don't have to give it anything at all, it is going to give me the turbidity immediately. So obviously this is something theoretical, right, that you will get turbidity immediately. What does immediately in fact mean? Like क्या 1 सेकेंड immediate है, 5 सेकेंड immediate है, या फिर 10 सेकेंड immediate है, right? So then the question is, he tricked me and he asked me, okay fine, let us say that I have an alcohol and I added Lucas reagent, and then ठंड थी, है ना, ठंड के मौसम में टेस्ट हो रहा था, तो रिएक्शन ऑब्वियसली थोड़ा सा स्लो होगा या फिर कुछ भी होगा, और वो हमको let us say that it gave me a turbidity after 55 seconds, he asked. Then what will you say, whether it is 2 degree or whether it is 3 degree? Then I was confused, I don't know, like I don't have an answer for that. Then I said that okay fine, then we can use a confirmatory test for Victor Meyer. एंड तो विक्टर मेयर उस टाइम के लिए है, कभी आपको टीचर ने बता दिया तो, क्योंकि विक्टर मेयर टेस्ट का एनसीईआरटी में जिक्र नहीं, इस वजह से हम बोल रहे सीबीएसई एग्जामिनेशन में जब भी आए तो यू विल ऑलवेज राइट फॉर लुकास रिएजेंट, है ना। अब विक्टर मेयर टेस्ट में क्या होगा? विक्टर मेयर में आई विल से दैट लेट अस सपोज वी हैव ओनली 2 थिंग्स, राइट, वी कैन हैव आइदर it is 3 degree or it is 2 degree. So in Victor Meyer test, if I get a blue color, that means it is 2 degree. If I get a blood red color, then it is going to be 3 degree. So that will give me a confirmation whether it is 2 degree or 3 degree. then he was settled that after that we don't have any ambiguity, right? Red, blood red और blue में बहुत difference है, हरा color बीच में दे नहीं सकता है वो, in between we have the green color only, so it is not going to give me a green color, it will either give me a blue color or a red color only. Okay, so Victor May test उस time के लिए है. Got it?
Yes.
ठीक है, चलिए अब आप कीजिए, हमने पूरी कहानी सुना दी आपको, अब जल्दी जल्दी आंसर्स लिखिए, हमें बताइए. और जो 5 मार्क्स वाले सवाल है ना, ये हम आप लोग को या तो एग्जाम से पहले जो होगा उस टाइम हम करवा देंगे सारे सवाल, ठीक है ना? अदरवाइज जनरली ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री जो पढ़ाया जाता है वो एट द एंड पढ़ाया जाता है, तो हम बोर्ड एग्जामिनेशन से पहले जितने भी 5 मार्क्स वाले सवाल होते हैं ना, ए से बी, बी से सी, सी से डी, वो हम कराते हैं आखिरी में जब सारे चैप्टर हो जाते हैं. लेकिन जब आपके एग्जाम हो गए, एग्जाम से पहले हम 5 मार्क्स के सवाल जो हैलोअल्किन हैलोरीन में आएंगे और जो अल्कोहल फेनॉल ईथर्स में आएंगे उनमें से हम करा देंगे. ओके, राइट ना? अभी तो हम नहीं कराने वाले हैं जब तक आपके एग्जाम्स नहीं आते. थोड़ा और कंफर्टेबल आप हो जाइए, उसके बाद जब आपको 2 प्रोपेनॉल लिखा हुआ दिखे और आपके दिमाग में स्ट्रक्चर बन जाए ना 2 प्रोपेनॉल का, तो दैट इज द बेस्ट टाइम टू डू द 5 मार्क्स क्वेश्चन, जब आप उतने कंफर्टेबल हो जाए. बिकॉज आपकी एक ही रिएक्शन, एक ही सवाल में आपके पास लगभग 5-6 रिएक्शंस होंगी, तो उस टाइम द किड्स दे यूजुअली दे बैंग देयर हेड. वो हम नहीं चाहते. पहले आप स्ट्रक्चर और नेम से कंफर्टेबल होइए, उसी में काफी टाइम लगता है. आर यू डन रफत? यस और नो, टेल मी.
No, sir.
अच्छा अच्छा, कीजिए. ऑलवेज स्टार्ट विद द पेरेंट कार्बन चेन, उसको आइडेंटिफाई कीजिए, उसके बाद फिर आपको सिर्फ सब्स्टिट्यूएंट और ये लगाना रहेगा, बाकी फंक्शनल ग्रुप जो भी है. पेरेंट कार्बन चेन बनाइए हमेशा सबसे पहले. By the ethanol and phenol has been asked recently also, okay, in 2019 or 2020, I don't remember exactly. ये सारे सवाल ज्यादा याद है हमें बिकॉज इन माय प्रिपरेशन लाइक आई गेव माय एग्जामिनेशंस ऑन 2015. 2015 में हमने 12वीं का बोर्ड दिया था. दैट इज व्हाई आई रिमेंबर दीस 6 प्रॉब्लम्स मोर. 2019 20 हाँ नहीं 2019 में तो एग्जाम हुआ था, 2020 में आई थिंक एग्जाम नहीं हुआ था ना, या 2021 में नहीं हुआ था, आई थिंक 2021 में नहीं हुआ था। हाँ, सीबीएसई डिड नॉट कंडक्ट एग्जामिनेशन ऑन 2021, सो 2021 का पेपर आपको नहीं मिलेगा। और इस साल जो पूछा है और 2020 में जो पूछा था, दे वर मोस्टली कन्वर्जन्स एंड ऑल, कन्वर्जन्स, एंड दे आस्क क्वेश्चंस लाइक ईथर का बॉइलिंग पॉइंट कम होता है, अल्कोहल का ज्यादा होता है, क्यों होता है ऐसा, दोस टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस वर आस्क्ड मोस्टली। बट ट्रेंड के अनुसार यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट अ क्वेश्चन दिस ईयर ऑन टेस्ट्स, ओके, वन क्वेश्चन ऑन टेस्ट यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट दिस ईयर, जो कि अगले साल आपका एग्जाम होने वाला है।
Sir, I drew the structures for everything, but B में 2-pentyl 2-propanol में I'm having.
नहीं बन रहा, अब प्रोपेनॉल बनाइए पहले, सबसे पहले प्रोपेनॉल बोल, सॉरी, प्रॉप बनाइए।
Yes.
बन गया प्रॉप, है ना?
Yes.
ठीक है, अब बताइए इसमें आपके पास OH ग्रुप कौन से कार्बन में लगा हुआ है?
2.
ये आपका सेकंड कार्बन है तो आप OH लगा दिया। मिथाइल कौन से कार्बन पे लगा हुआ है? यहाँ पे आप CH3 लगा दीजिए, हो गया। सो दिस इज योर पेरेंट कार्बन चेन, है ना? और 2 प्रोपेनॉल में आपके पास ये रहेगा, तो ये आपके पास कौन सा डिग्री है? 2 डिग्री है, ये आपके पास 3 डिग्री है ना? दिस is the carbon atom that you have to see, this is the carbon atom that you have to see here, this is 3 degree and this is 2 degree। कौन सा टेस्ट होगा इसमें बताइए? व्हाट टेस्ट? 1 डिग्री, 2 डिग्री और 3 डिग्री के डिस्टिंग्विश करने में कौन सा टेस्ट होगा? सॉरी,
Iodo test.
आयोडोफॉर्म टेस्ट तो दोनों दे देंगे ना? नहीं, हम हमेशा बोल रहे हैं ना आपको, ये आप ये इतनी दफा क्यों आप बुलवा रही हैं हमसे? इफ यू हैव आइदर 1 डिग्री और 2 डिग्री और 3 डिग्री, अगर ये आपके पास दिए हैं ऑप्शन में, देन यू आर गोइंग टू यूज ऑलवेज व्हाट? टेल मी। कौन सा होगा बताइए, जोर से बोलिए। लुकास रिएजेंट। फिर आपने क्यों आयोडोफॉर्म बोला?
Yes.
बच्चों को जानते हैं क्या दिक्कत होती है? वो सब देखते हैं कि ये कौन सा टेस्ट देंगे, आपको देखना होगा कि ये कौन सा टेस्ट देगा और ये कौन सा टेस्ट नहीं देगा। सो लुकास रिएजेंट में आपके पास क्या है? लुकास रिएजेंट में जो 2 डिग्री है, दिस विल टेक टाइम एंड दिस विल गिव यू द प्रोडक्ट इमीडिएटली, दैट इज द डिफरेंस। दोनों में कुछ तो डिफरेंस होना चाहिए ना। So this will be given by Lucas reagent। 1 प्रोपेनॉल 2 प्रोपेनॉल, इसमें बताइए आप। दिस इज अगेन 1 डिग्री, दिस इज 2 डिग्री, कौन सा टेस्ट हुआ बताइए?
Lucas reagent.
वेरी गुड। ये चीज आपको आयोडो फॉर्म से भी मिल सकता है, लेकिन जब भी 1 डिग्री 2 डिग्री रहे, आप हमेशा लुकास रीजन को फोकस कीजिए, ठीक है? देन वी हैव इथेनॉल, इथेनॉल इज OH एंड फेनॉल। जब भी आपके पास दिस इज व्हाट? अल्कोहल एंड फेनॉल। अल्कोहल और फेनॉल में कौन सा टेस्ट होगा बताइए?
So, Iodo.
हाँ,
No, sorry.
अल्कोहल फेनॉल में अलग से बताया हमने, आप डांट लीजिएगा हमसे।
Litmus.
लिटमस टेस्ट और ब्रोमीन वाटर, लिटमस और ब्यूरोमीन वाटर। अब ये नहीं है कि बस इतना लिख के छोड़ दिया, आपको रिएक्शन दिखाने पड़ेंगे यहाँ पे, ठीक है? इफ यू आर गोइंग टू गिव द रिएक्शन, देन ओनली यू आर गोइंग टू गेट मार्क्स, अदरवाइज आपको मार्क्स नहीं दिया जाएगा सीबीएसई में, ठीक है? चलिए, हम लुकास रीजन के लिए बता दे रहे हैं कैसे लिखना रहेगा। आप ये शायद आप भूल गई हो, सो यू विल राइट इट लाइक दिस। OH 1 डिग्री, द प्रेजेंस ऑफ anhydrous ZnCl2 HCl, it is going to give you Cl. This will take plus heat, so you will get, does not happen. At room temperature, then you have 2 degree OH. Same reagents,